Hi, it's Nancy here, and I'm back with another process video for you. I'm using some of my newer stash, and this is a piece of the Gossamer Blue paper, which I brought and shared a recent haul. I really love this sort of diagonal sort of polka dot that's going on it, but I do decide to add some ink splatters just to go along with that, and I'm adding some black, some gold, and I think then some Route 66 as well. So I've just popped that out the way to dry, and I'm using this piece of paper from the Recollections paper pad that I have, and I'm just going to use that to map my photo. And this again is a slightly larger size photo, and it's like a macro close-up shot that I did of a spider's web with dew on it, and this was from the weekend away, and I really love how this photo came out. You know, when sometimes you just take a photo and you're like, oh, this is perfect. I was like kind of crouching down really near a fence, and I looked a bit odd with what I was doing, but really pleased with this photo, so I just want to, you know, put it on a layout because I'm really proud of it. So just mounted that up on that black paper, and now I'm going to be looking at where I'm going to layer things. This is a piece of paper from that Me and My Big Ideas, and it's loads of border strips. So I'm just using my trimmer to cut some of those up, which I know I want to use for this page. I'm leaving some of them as double, some of them not. So I'm just kind of going to have a mixture of widths of sides of paper. So now I have that sorted, I'm also then going to cut this gold heart border off the bottom of that black paper. This was actually the first layout that I'd filmed for quite a while, so it was this kind of, you know, a nice simple quick layout to kind of break me back in gently, because the other times I think I've been scrapping, you know, I've not been doing it in kind of one big stint. I've kind of been chatting and getting up and walking around and things, so this was kind of a bit of a change of pace, because when I do tape my videos, I scrap a little bit quicker. So you just saw me cut those different scraps up, and then here is a piece, I think it's a piece of American Crafts crepe paper, and it's just a scrap that I had lying around. So I was just looking to add that on, and I ended up cutting a little piece of that off as well. And as you can see, I'm kind of really just being quite simple or simplistic while doing this. I did struggle a little bit with this layout. So now I'm just going through a huge stack of 6x6 pads of paper I've got. I've kind of been buying 6x6 pads of paper in a lot of collections, and they are kind of starting to mount up a little bit. So I want to try and rectify that and get some of them used. So you'll see I'm just flicking through here and pulling out anything that may work. And I've got the notes and things, I've got the Chamel, I've got the Brighton Pier, this is the Pebbles paper pad, I then have the Kelly Perky, and then I also have the Maggie Holmes open book. So I'm just looking through these and cutting out a variety of little bits and pieces that I can see here, and just pulling out some of those cut apart sheets because I think they're going to work really well. That collection has grown on me, I would say. I'm kind of quite glad that I didn't buy it in the bigger sizes, but I do really like that 6x6. So I've just pulled out some little words there, and then this is some simple stories. I think this is called Sweater Weather, I believe, and it is a fall stroke autumn collection. And I really love that card. It's kind of supposed to look like a knitted jumper, and the colours work really, really well with the colour that's in that Gossamer Blue paper actually. The oranges and the greens are nigh on identical. I don't think Gossamer Blue and Simple Stories are printed by the same people though. So, just using my wet cement Hero Arts to ink all the edges. That's because a lot of these papers do have a white core, so that just helps get rid of that. And now I'm going to start trying to stick it all back where I originally had it, which, you know, is always a challenge. Especially as I don't necessarily look before I pull everything off. I tried to get this stuck down and then do it, but that kind of ended disastrously. Can't talk today. So, I'm just going to pull that photo up, and that is the good thing about that ATG, you can play a little bit. So that's just like a little file tab that was in the open book collection. And then I'm just pulling these other bits that I've done and just pulling them off the side there. And I really like just, you know, this kind of simplistic layering. It's nothing amazing, but I think it works quite well together. So I've just taken that kind of knitted piece. Having issues with my tape gun. Did cut off a little word and I end up going to stick it down there and don't, and then I lose it. I'm not quite sure where it goes. So there's a Chamel cut apart there, and there's also one of the word strips from that open book which is about photography. I do really like the other side of that paper, but that side's just as good. So I've got a few odds and sods stickers and bits that I'm going to try and use up. Again, that's one of the Nicole Jones 911 Facebook challenges for October, to use up sticker sheets. And I have had that bit around for quite a while. So I've got loads of half-used stickers here that I'm just pulling out to go through. And I also then find another 6x6 paper pad that I forgot that I owned. It was in kind of like stuck behind some stickers. So that gets pulled out. Then there's a Dear Lizzie cut apart sheet bit there as well, and the colours kind of go quite well, so I think, oh, I'm going to try and stick that on here somewhere. So end up just tucking that behind, then adding a bit in that corner. Not really sure what I was doing with that sticker. I do like the little camera, and I do want that little camera on there because it is really about the photo. There's not a particular story other than I was actually trying to use my really good camera. So I'm just taking some of those really old Jenny Boland stickers, which I've had so long. I think I actually got those both in a package from Chamel. I done one of her challenge competitions, and got a little prize package which included Jenny Boland stuff. I have actually seen quite a few nice bits about the Jenny Boland Kit Club actually. It's not all Jenny Boland papers, which I kind of thought it probably would be. I am now on a spending freeze with regards to craft stuff. That seems to have just transferred over to other things. So, yeah, I think I have a problem. But no, I've not actually bought anything, so that's good. So I'm now just going through other bits and pieces. I'll go around on my desk. I've got this piece there. I'm just going to stick the other side of that down. Just bring a little bit of that orange colour over there. And I really like how that looks. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I was pulling this piece of paper out again, just seeing if there's anything else I can use. Some of the cards are really cutesy, but others aren't so much, so you can kind of use them. I'm just looking through them in my big ideas, paper pads, and seeing if there's anything I can use. And I do end up taking a sheet of paper which I'm going to cut up. I I do just cut the butterfly actually out of that piece of paper, and then one of the banners as well, and that's just to create another cluster there at the bottom. Yes, I know I did stick a butterfly on this layout, mainly because it kind of, the colours went and it brought that orange down there, you know, and it's naturous, that word, not naturous, that's a completely different word, Nancy. Anyway, so yeah, I just stuck that down the bottom, and just inked on the edges, just because I can. And I'm now just adding some Chartreuse Hardy Swap, and that's kind of a lovely goldy green. So I really like how that shows. And then I also add a little bit of white as well, because there is some white bits, and I did kind of use some white base cardstock and some cream base, like that sticker is on white base, so just kind of thought it brought everything together. So I'm now just pulling out a variety of letter stickers. I don't have all my alphas here. I'm scrapping this at my parents'. I've got a lot of my alphas at the caravan, so I really need to go and pick them up, because every layout I'm doing is having the same like 6 or 7 fonts on. So I really need to get on that and get down there and sort that out and go to the caravan. I've not been to the caravan in like 2 weeks, so I really need to go down there and check everything's okay. And then I will be moving back shortly to my parents till probably about March time. So but yes, that just means I need to move my craft stuff. But I am finding it's quite nice filming at parents. I do have those new lights, and I hope everyone is finding that my videos are light enough. So anyway, back to layout. I'm just using some of those Maggie Home rub-ons. Don't love them. You really have to rub at them. They're really kind of what I'd say plasticky rub-ons. I don't know if you know what I mean, but there's quite a lot of film around the edge of them, and I find that I do have to kind of burnish them with my fingers to the page a little bit, just because they're not great. I did actually buy the rub-ons, and I don't know if I will again. I'm kind of like a bit over that trend, but they kind of work quite well. So I pull out these old thickers again. I don't know what they're called, just ones I have with me, and they kind of work with this layout. And there's a mixture of capital and lowercase letters, so that's quite nice. And I'm just placing my title there at the bottom, and I'm titling this Morning Dew, because it was the dew on the spider's web. You know, and I felt it just needed a kind of quite simplistic title. So I really actually love how that came across at the end. I'm really happy. So just struggling to put those away. And now here are some close-up images of this layout. So thank you very much guys for watching this video, and I will be back with some more process videos this week. So thank you very much guys, bye!